Care Act enrollment program. My name is Scott Curtis, and I'm the area developer in Charlotte, North Carolina. What we're going to do during this webinar is start the process of giving you the details of our program. We're going to show you some screenshots of what it will look like in your office and then explain to you how you can take the next step in the execution of the program that will also include future training materials and instructions. We'll be recording this webinar, so if you have questions, send them to libertyacaopportunity@gmail.com. So write down your questions and comments because we really want to hear from you. We will also follow up with a written summary of our program. Now, our company, CC Insurance Partners, has engaged with outside partners with significant experience in building and managing large projects within the insurance industry. Like our industry, there are particulars in the insurance industry. If you're a licensed insurance agent, there is absolutely no issue with how you will be rewarded. The biggest challenge that we faced, however, was how to legally reward the franchisee who is not licensed with more than just a one-time small referral fee. We designed this program for the Z because we are Zs. We met this challenge with a solution that has benefits for your customers, your preparers, and certainly you as the owner. That solution is an association called the Fair Play Foundation that each entity will join with no upfront cost. You'll hear more about that in a few minutes. The first to speak will be Todd Swicegood. Todd is going to give an overview of what we have developed. If you remember from previous calls, Todd is first and foremost a successful Top Gun Z in North Carolina. He is also a licensed insurance agent and knows a lot about that industry as well. Todd's put a lot of time and effort into this program to design it with you, the franchisee, in mind. So Todd, I'm going to turn this over to you now.
Thank you, Scott, and thanks everyone, and thank you for the time that you've given us to listen to this webinar and all the time in the past where you've taken a look at what we're doing. We're excited about what we're rolling out. For so many of you that have been on the previous calls, you know that we have focused on the Affordable Care Act and what to do about it and how to be rewarded an extra $1,000 a month approximately. Not just in a month, but each and every month over 12 months, because the opportunity here is just that. And we want to go right into it. Let me click to the next screen. Well, here we go. Okay, guys, CC Insurance Partners, LLP, this came together because I have 4 tax offices, 4 Liberty tax offices. My wife and I were fortunate enough to be Top Gun Z's last year, and we're operating 4 this year, and I thought, my goodness, what an opportunity, since I'm insurance licensed, to sell health insurance to my clients. And I did the ZCR10 report that the home office makes available to us, and I saw that I had what I would call low-hanging fruit, a lot of opportunity to sell health insurance under the Affordable Care Act. I partnered up with a gentleman, Mike Hughes, who is a longtime insurance agent, because here's what I knew. Yes, I have my license, but what I knew is that I needed to focus on my tax business, not the insurance business. So I needed to leverage myself. And one of the key thoughts of today's conversation is that we have put together a program to help you leverage yourself. And additionally, I thought, gosh, this works for my 4 offices. I'm going to tell Scott Curtis about it, who introduced me a few moments ago. Scott is my area developer from the Charlotte DMA, and I told him about it, and he got excited. So I thought, it excited him. I think I'll call Ryan and Tiffany Dodson, my Greensboro area developers, and Top Gun Z's as well, doing 2,300 tax returns. So I called Ryan. I said, what are you doing? He says, I'm on the computer Googling up how to get my insurance license. I said, really? So I knew I was onto something that really mattered to our world, and more importantly, to our world right now, because now is when we're seeing Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act on the TV 24/7. I want you to focus on this. I've said it before. This is a system built by Zs and area developers for Zs, because, guys, it's about how to maximize your practice income, how to maximize your tax returns. That's what was important to us as we built this. And when we came together to form CC Insurance Partners, we invested heavily with Worksite Associates that I'll mention in a minute, and we have Jay Hill on the phone shortly to talk more about the part that they took in this program in building this infrastructure. This infrastructure is going to allow you to assist your client and be rewarded with the Fair Play Foundation. It has a small footprint. Our program and process has a small footprint on your tax practice. It was really important that we do it this way because if we take Ryan Dodson and Tiffany Dodson, who do 2,300 tax returns, somewhere about the 1st of February, there'll be days where they'll do 100 returns a day. If it takes a lot of time to sell the Affordable Care Act to our clients, then it could hinder their tax practice. So we wanted to focus on a process that could hand off the football quickly, but would also have a big footprint in terms of revenue for your office, whether it be through revenue if you're an agent or rewards if you're a non-licensed Z, and that was important to us. So we have enrollers available by phone and in person as needed. We put together a very large group of enrollers. The focus is to allow you to focus on your tax practice because that's what's going to matter. We partnered with Messer Financial. Messer Financial is one of the largest healthcare third-party administrators in the Southeast, and they have over 12,000 active agents nationwide. So, guys, if you're on the phone with us from Texas, from Arizona, certainly from North Carolina, Ohio, wherever you might be, we have relationships in those states so that we can help service your clients. They have contracts with all the major healthcare providers. These were important parts of our process to put together. And then finally, we needed a group, Worksite Associates, who are project-oriented. Now, this is not like the old-style agency circumstance where you have agents and a downline agency model. We needed someone who had experience in focusing on a process that you're going to hear more about just shortly. Obviously, we do live in interesting times. We have Obamacare. It's the law of the land. People are having struggles getting signed up. People are going to be forced to conform or be penalized. It's tied to your tax return. And the Affordable Care Act is ultimately a government benefit, just like the Earned Income Tax Credit that we focus on in our early tax season. We think that we as Z's are best equipped to assist our clients in enrolling into the Affordable Care Act. And we worked on the key thoughts of this. Number one, we can and should assist those clients and be rewarded for it. And we must not uproot our core business, which is the tax business. And we must create revenues, not only rewards and revenues from the sale of the Affordable Care Act or enrollment of the Affordable Care Act, but also we want to create new tax clients. Guys, we're in the tax business. It's time to utilize this to create new tax returns. I have 4 offices, as I mentioned earlier. 3 of those offices have H&R Block offices across the street. H&R Block has a national ACA program. You're going to hear options laid out on the 27th of this month, of December, on the Affordable Care Act programs that are available from the home office. We understand from what we've heard of these that there's some great programs, but our program is going to be different. We're about rewarding the Z, not just paying what I would call a pittance or a small referral fee. We wanted to actually see value come to the Z. And once again, we have that available through when you have your license, we can pay you a commission, but we can pay you a reward if you're not licensed. And that's where we really put our focus so that we can see net value come to our Zs. Our process is, we made it very simple. We believe in the KISS, keep it simple, stupid process. We have training available for the Zs in your office. We have you, the Z, and the tax preparers in your office. This training is all about what to do and how to do it quickly and efficiently to hand that referral off to our enrollers. To focus on massive action, how to really make this Affordable Care Act program a major marketing tool so that you can get those people to progress across the street from the H&R Block office into your office to enroll in the Affordable Care Act, to do their tax return ultimately with you, and to tell all their friends that you're not doing business with currently to come on down and get their 50-50 cash in a flash, send a friend, Affordable Care Act enrollment, and make that start to grow from there, because that's where we see the real opportunity to grow your business in this tax season. Our enrollers, guys, I just want to tell you a little bit about our enrollers. First and foremost, they're going to be contacting your customers. They're going to have the right to do so, and some information that is providing in a specialized 7216 form that gives us the right to share some of the information from their tax return so that they can prepare for the appointment, come and enroll the client into the Affordable Care Act, and report back to the agency. We, in turn, report back to you. We have a best practice. We believe that you should be paying these guys, send a friends. Think about insurance agents, the independent insurance agents, you know, and think of their Rolodex. Wouldn't you like to do a tax return for their entire Rolodex? Absolutely. And guess what? When they send a friend over, we should reward them for that. That's the Send a Friend program. We have vetted our team through Worksite Associates. We don't just take someone because they have a license. We want to make sure that they have a good history, and we vet them thoroughly to make sure that they're the people we want on our team and they have the ability to address our clients in the way we want them to address our clients, which is to go along with our corporate culture. We think that's a very important part of this process. Ultimately, the benefits, and you'll see my milk cow, the benefit of this is trying to milk all the milk from the cow. We think first and foremost, whether you're an agent or not, we want you to be able to see additions to your income through the expansion of tax returns. Number one, if you're an agent, through commissions. If you're not an agent, through rewards, which we have a carefully vetted program that you're going to hear about just in a few minutes. But ultimately, guys, it's about the 3 R's: retention, referrals, and revenue. We think that this can help increase your retention because you're adding services to your clients. It'll increase your referrals, which ultimately is going to increase your revenues and increase your business practice, your tax practice, which is what we're all about. At this point, we're going to shift gears for just a few moments, and I'm going to turn the floor over to Jay Hill. Jay is a partner with Worksite Associates. He is a longtime professional in the insurance industry. We're excited about this partnership because it's bringing value to you, the Z's. Jay, if you'll take it away, please.
Thank you, Todd. This is Jay Hill. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Worksite Associates. We are the enrollment and technology and consulting partner for CCIP partners here in the Liberty Tax project. I just want to show you here a screenshot of our virtual mall that your tax preparers will be able to go on to. Now, currently we have all products that we can actually offer on this mall. We're going to be reducing this down to just one product for this enrollment. That will be major medical only. So the only option that your enroller is going to have there will be major medical. If they sit down with one of your tax clients and find that that person does not have health insurance and is eligible for a subsidy, then we'll be able to set up an appointment for that person so they can receive a subsidized health insurance plan. All they'll do is click on the red button where it says click here. That'll take them over to an appointment setter. That appointment setter allows the client to choose what day they would like to receive a call from one of our enrollers. You'll notice for this project, the Saturdays and Sundays have been redded out, in other words, not available. Actually, for the Liberty Tax project, we are going to enable Saturdays and Sundays. So we do have a number of enrollers who have offered to be available on Saturdays and Sundays. You guys are working 7 days a week. We're willing to do that as well. So you choose the date that you want to go to, and then we go to that day. You'll click on what time of day that person would like to get a call from an enroller. The enroller can call them and walk them through the process. So let's say they choose 8 o'clock in the morning. Then a information piece will pop up. I can tell you that myself, I spent a minute and 17 seconds typing in my basic personal information. That is the information it takes to set an appointment. And I'm not the world's fastest typist. To fill in every blank, it took me 2 minutes and 23 seconds altogether. So I timed those things just so I could tell you guys for sure how long it would take a tax preparer to gain this appointment.
And Jay,
in a minute, we'll tell you what's in for them.
You guys have done an awesome job recognizing the necessity of us keeping this abbreviated for our tax preparers because of the speed of which we need to be involved doing our tax returns. But also, can you also point out the specialty URL we have prepared? I mean, the details that you've gone to provide a specialty URL to each and every office.
Absolutely. Every office will have their very own website, really their very own URL that will be specific to your practice only. And you're not going into some big collective. It's your very own URL, your very own website. And with that, I do want to, Todd's talked an awful lot about the rewards. I want to start addressing the rewards program, and then Todd will give you more details. But our rewards program goes back to a company that was started back in 2003 to come up with creative ways to reward people for marketing efforts, really. And if you think about it, when an enroller sets up an appointment for someone, it's really a marketing function. Then also, how do they get paid for marketing the services of the foundation as well? We have a company called the Fair Play Foundation. It's been in business since 2003, and they've come up with very innovative ways to reward people for marketing efforts. To join the Fair Play Foundation for a tax client is absolutely free. There's no cost whatsoever. But because that person is being marketed by Fair Play Foundation, your enrollers will receive a reward. And you as Z's also will receive rewards when enrollments are done through the Fair Play Foundation system. The Fair Play Foundation is in partnership with a company called Incentco. Incentco creates incentive solutions that allow people to, again, be rewarded for their different marketing efforts. And they work with a lot of large clients all around the country, and really actually all around the world, from a lot of different walks of life, not just from the insurance industry, not just from the tax industry. They work with people all across the country. And what they do is their rewards programs allow people to go into their own personal portal and look at their rewards points balance. Those rewards points are awarded to them for, in the tax preparer's part, the tax preparer will be rewarded points for setting appointments and also for the successful completion of an ACA compliant enrollment. Now, those points can be used in a lot of different ways. The first and foremost way that they did develop was to go in and partner up with a lot of different retail outlets where you can buy stuff at a retail using your points, cash them in on a retail card. You can sure do that with a number of different vendors, for instance, Old Navy, Gap, Lands' End, Sears, Kmart, Cabela's, Sports Authority. But in addition to that, you can convert those points into Visa debit cards. So those Visa prepaid debit cards will also be available as an option to convert your points. So Todd, I don't think I can emphasize that enough, is that you can actually convert your points into a prepaid Visa. I know you wanted to definitely get that out there.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
And these points actually have cash value. People will be able to go on and take a look at how much they've accumulated so far, and start cashing them in when we turn the switch on as far as cashing those in. And Incentco, again, they've been around for quite a while as well, and they have a terrific program that's automated, that's very simple for people to use, and they can go in and see, how am I doing? How is this rewarding me so far, to keep them motivated and moving forward. So what does this cost? Well, there's no cost at all to the customer, to the tax client. There's no cost whatsoever to your tax preparer. Now, as a franchisee, there is an annual fee of $500. But I've got good news for you. There is no upfront cost whatsoever. You don't have to advance that $500. That $500 will be deducted in April when the ACA enrollments end. The ACA enrollments actually end March 31st. So after that point, you'll get your point balance. $500 worth will be deducted from that, and then you'll receive the balance. Anything you want to touch on there, Todd?
Yes, sir. I want to draw out a couple of thoughts there. First and foremost, how this process has evolved. In our relationship with Worksite Associates, we gave them a list of criteria of what was important to me, Todd Swicegood, as a Top Gun Z at a Liberty franchise. You know, I wanted this to work for the Z. And, you know, to give you some idea, guys, if you are going to get your insurance agent's license and try to do this yourself, you're going to burn up a whole lot of time instead of focusing on your tax business. But more importantly, the classes, the 40 hours of class, the cost of the class, the cost of the registration for the license, you will eat up way more than $500. But it was important to us that you could enter into this process at no upfront cost. And that's what we have done here, is allowed it to, we're going to be able to work the entire tax season before the first dollar is deducted or the first point is deducted for those who are not agents. And we're excited about that because we think that that's a concession that we were able to get to make it better for you, the Z. You want to pick it back up, Jay, or am I?
Super. Actually, I guess now we need to just go into what does it pay. So, Todd, I guess I'll leave that to you.
Right. And right up front, what does it pay? The most important thing I'm going to tell you about this is that with our focus being on the Z, what the Z earned as rewards or as cash if they were an agent, it was important to us that they were the top of the tier, because the bottom line is it's your practice, these are your clients, and you're making the focused effort to add this as part of your practice. And as far as the actual enrollment in the Affordable Care Act to our enrollers, first and foremost, we do believe that you should pay $15 in referral fee to your tax preparers. And we put a big focus on that because, guys, the tax preparer is where the match gets struck and the fire begins. And we need them incented. And I've got 4 offices. I've got tax preparers who, without a doubt, will earn $1,500 from this process. Now, another best practice that we believe that's important, don't pay them that referral fee until the end of tax season and make it dependent upon them staying with you. What a better way in the world to keep some great tax preparer in the seat through the tax season. Finally, number 2, and that is beyond the $15 referral fee that we're going to pay to tax preparers, we are allocating 25% of all revenue that we receive through your practice to CCIP that will go to the Z's. That's 25%. And I'll tell you, in our model, that's the number one piece. That's the largest piece of the pie that we pay to any one of the parts of the pie. And guys, you've heard me say we think that the pro forma will show around $1,000 of value a month, whether it be through points or through cash. Here's what I want to tell you. Every state's different. There are different compensation models from the different vendors or the different insurance companies throughout every state. We do have pro formas available to, if you're in Ohio or Texas or Arizona or Kentucky, wherever you might find yourself, if you're interested in getting the particulars, we have pro formas that we can show you. And the other thing I want to tell you, just as in your tax business, if you put in maximum effort in your tax business, you should expect maximum pay. The same goes here. If you do a mediocre job of rolling this out, you should expect mediocre results. If you do a maximum, pile-on effort, then you should expect maximum results. Some 500, we use that 500 average office. Some 500 tax return office will do better in terms of their rewards or compensation than will another 500 return office. That's the nature of, the competitive nature of someone and doing the best they could and somebody not. And the bottom line is, what's really neat about this reward system, I'll say again, if you got your insurance license, we can pay you commissions, write you a check. It's taxable. The rewards that you'll be receiving as part of our program, if you're not an insurance agent or if you opt this way, are tax-free. Now, guys, we're all tax preparers. We know the value of tax-free. I want you to think about that, because I had a conversation this morning with a Z who is insurance licensed, and they said, well, I like that idea of tax-free. I think I might want to go that route regardless of my insurance license. And I thought to myself, now we're getting there, because now we're focusing on what is net value, because these rewards are dollar for dollar value and they can be put on a Visa debit card. What do you do with cash, or what do you do with a debit card? You spend it. You save some and you spend some. You can choose to spend this. You can do it on a tax-free basis. That is of significant value to you, the Z. And we're excited about that as we've built this program. What we're also extremely excited about in this process is the value that we can bring back to our clients. Because the bottom line is, not only can we get them enrolled in the Affordable Care Act, but we can bring additional value. And I'm going to turn the table back over to Jay for a few minutes to talk about the PharmD program and what our enrollers will be training our clients into the value that Liberty tax offices are bringing to their clients.
All right, thank you, Todd. I also want to touch back on the tax-free aspect of the rewards program. I'm a member of several different rewards programs. You probably are as well. I can tell you that with Delta Airlines, I accumulate free air travel all the time, which is great because I fly my kids all around the country for free. I don't pay taxes on the value of those trips, which are worth, really, I get thousands of dollars worth of free trips every year. My secretaries at my office love Salsarita's Mexican restaurant, where you get one of their free cantina cards. You accumulate points there for free food a lot. So when you go there, you don't have to pay for your meal an awful lot of the time, and you're not taxed on that. Lowe's Foods, when I go there and shop, I get discounts on gas, and I also get free food there pretty often as well, and I don't pay taxes on those. So as it stands right now, this rewards program is absolutely tax-free. And again, as Todd said, you can definitely appreciate the value of something coming to you tax-free. Let me also show you a benefit to your tax clients and actually to your tax preparers as well, because they'll be members of the Free Play Foundation. And the Free Play Foundation does provide some services, really at no cost whatsoever, to your tax clients and to your tax preparers and to yourself as well. One of them is a PharmD program. PharmD is just doctors of pharmacy that have put together a network that you can go through to look for discounts on on your pharmacy needs. For instance, here we've got someone who, let's say they need 10 milligram Ambien tablets. If you get that over the counter from with the doctor's prescription, you could pay as much as $83.40 retail for those 10 tablets. If you go through the PharmD program and pick up a generic, the actual cost would just be $5.99. This is really significant when it comes to the Affordable Care Act, because an awful lot of these clients that will qualify for subsidies will only qualify for some of the lower level plans. For instance, a bronze plan that pays 60% of the doctor and hospital bill, but then 40% is out of pocket to the insured. Or maybe a silver plan that's 70-30. That 30% or that 40% that's due from the insured can add up in a hurry. So it's going to be important for them to have really low-cost prescription drugs, because prescription drugs are going to be part of their deductible and part of their copay. So by saving them money on their pharmacy needs, we're going to be able to really and truly put money back in your clients' pockets and back in your tax preparers' pockets by saving them real, true out-of-pocket costs. I'm sorry here. Whoops, let me jump back one. And this is the Fair Play Foundation login as a partner. We've also prepared a video for you to watch on how to log in to become a Fair Play partner. It's pretty simple. You just go to www.fairplay.linkedagency. Linked Agency is the name of our technology partner, .com, and that will take you into a login portal. You'll log in there, and then you'll be able to join as a member. You'll sign up as a new user, and then you'll be set up as a member of the Fair Play Foundation, and then you'll receive an update by Monday, allowing you to go in and access the rewards and the benefits as a Fair Play Foundation member. And just after Christmas, you'll receive an additional email that will allow you full use of the foundation website. So if you would, look in your email boxes, because we'll be emailing to you a link to a YouTube video, 3 minutes long, walking you through the enrollment process. Todd, I'll hand it back to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Jay, and thank you, Scott. Just to reiterate, and we'll close this call. First and foremost, we've allocated 25% of all revenues to be paid to you, the Z, if you're an agent, or to be rewarded to you, the Z, if you're not. And it will equate to significant value to you and your family. Number two, we've allocated additionally $15 referral to your tax preparers. By the way, our plans are to pay that to you because we know you might want to share part of it with your managers. We're going to let you make those decisions as to how that's done. Lastly, how to proceed. You've heard all about the Fair Play Foundation and how it's going to be utilized to help compensate you, whether licensed or not. You've heard about the Affordable Care Act and how we're going to operate it inside the office. How do you proceed? You go to the Fair Play Foundation website, which you'll be emailed after this call, and you register and you become a member. Secondly, you're going to be getting instructions on how to register, and then you're going to get a confirmation email. After Christmas, you're going to be getting an email letting you know how to access the benefits and rewards of the program. Guys, time is of the essence. Every hour that is lost leading up to tax season is an hour that you can't replace. We have a number of trainings that we're going to be preparing for your staff that we're going to make available on closing the sale and incorporating ACA, gaining that appointment with the enrollers. Then once you put it in place, you start getting in front of people. You're going to start referring the customers to our enrollers. Feel free to also refer us potential enrollers, because if you're in Arizona or Ohio, we're actively looking for agents, like independent health insurance agents that we can hire once we vet as enrollers. So I would encourage you to email us those names and recommendations if you know some. But this is what you do to proceed to get this ball started. We will be coming out pretty much every day with a what to do next as it relates to training of your staff and getting this incorporated in your practice so you can start earning the rewards and earning the value from ACA. I appreciate Jay and Scott being on here with me today. And here's what we absolutely know. John Hewitt has said that ACA is going to be a major positive for our practice. We know that's going to be the case, but in addition to it being great to your tax business, here's an opportunity to earn up significant rewards and value to your tax practice in 2014. This call is an invitation to work with us. We're going to send you an email, get enrolled, and let's get this thing moving and building for your practice. Thank you very much for your time today.